Welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. Today we're talking about boundaries and the importance of setting boundaries in our business. Because business can be all-consuming, can't it? It can take all of our time, all of our energy if we allow it to. And I've been there before, and it's not a happy place to be, where it's because business is all-consuming. You no longer have time for your friends, your family. You don't eat properly, you don't sleep properly, you don't take time for your exercise. All of those things. It leads to burnout, basically. Burnout and stress, anxiety, overwhelm, all of those things which aren't very helpful for you or your business or your clients. So boundaries are very important. And what are they? So boundaries, if you like, it's like a line that divides something from something else. It's a set of rules that you have that set that line between where your business ends and where your home life begins. So there's all areas of life and business there where boundaries come in. And one of them, of course, is especially if you're working from home, although it's relevant even if you're in an office. When you're working from home, you've got the visual prompts to remind you that the ironing needs doing, the meal needs cooking, all of these things. Or you maybe you've got kids around who need your attention. So when you're at home, it's very easy for them to bleed into each other. And this is where setting yourself scheduled time for your business, scheduled time for your home life is really important. And it can seem a bit over-disciplined, but actually discipline is one of the key strengths that we need to build in business. Discipline to do the things we need to do. So what are the boundaries that you can set for yourself at home, if you're working from home, that mean that your business is separate from your home life? And the easiest way is to schedule time. So whether it's in a paper diary, whether it's setting time on your phone with little alarms, whichever way you scheduled your time, you need to, if there's other people around you, you need to let them know. So this is the time I'm going to be available for home life. This is the time I'm going to be available for business. And when you set boundaries, you need to stick to them. So it is about discipline. So sticking to them. If you say you're going to have time for the family and then you spend time carrying on with your business, then you've broken the rule, you've crossed the boundary. So it's really important to set these boundaries. Another area of setting boundaries is with your customers. So rather than wait till something goes wrong before you set the boundaries, it's important and useful to set them up front. So maybe you have a contract, or maybe you have a conversation before you start working with people. What are the rules that you're going to tell them? That you're available between this time and this time on this day of the week, or whether you'll respond to an email within 24 hours or 48 hours. There are all sorts of easy ways that you can enforce these boundaries as well, by setting up maybe automated messages. When an email comes in, you can say, thank you very much for your email. It's really important to me, and I will respond within 24 hours, or whatever the rule is, whatever the boundary is there. Again, letting your customers know when you're available to speak is important as well, because otherwise they could, again, leak into your home life. If you're happy to take calls at 8:15 in the evening, that's fine. But if you're not, then you need to let your customers know. Another thing that's really important to do about setting boundaries for yourself, the rules you set for yourself, is about how many customers can you have? Especially if you're a service business, how many customers can you actually handle so that you give them the best service, so that your energy is consistently at the optimum level throughout the day for them. So I've had days in the past where I've set especially with Zoom, because you don't have to go anywhere, so you can cram all these meetings in. And before you know it, you've spent a whole day on Zoom. So how many meetings can you have in a day to make sure that you're at your optimum energy levels, and stick to that? It's easy to say yes to everything, isn't it? So another boundary, another rule might be to learn to say no sometimes. If you can't do anything else that day, then say, no, I can't do it today, but I can do it tomorrow, I can do it next week. So learning to say no is a really important discipline to learn in terms of boundary setting. And sometimes, and this has happened to me in the past, I've been guilty of this, so I'm just letting you know, sharing this tip with you as well. When you're saying yes to everything, be sure that you don't double book. So sometimes you can say yes without checking your diary. You already had another appointment there, and now you're going to have to go back and apologise and rearrange things, and it doesn't look that good. And also, when you when you overpromise, when you say yes to so many things, there's a danger that you won't be able to deliver in time as your customer wanted. So really be clear about your boundaries in terms of saying yes to things and accepting the workload, making sure that you actually fit in only what you can do while maintaining your energy at the right level. And also ensuring that you've set some time in your diary for looking after you, looking after number one, because if you get burnt out and stressed out, then you're going to be no good to your clients. So making sure that you've set some rules about how you're going to be looking after yourself. Maybe you have to get up once an hour, go outside or walk around your office or wherever you are. Maybe you just have a good stretch or just smile or just lift your head up to the ceiling and just be grateful for something. I don't know, whatever it is, put time in your diary for looking after yourself, whatever, if that's a 10-mile run or just have a glass of water, there's always something that you can do in there. So setting boundaries is really important to maintain that balance between business and work life, your well-being, your business well-being, keeping your customers happy and satisfied, and making sure that your energy is at the optimum level evenly throughout the day. So I hope that's been useful. As always, if you have any comments or would like to share something you've tried around boundary setting, then that would be great. Otherwise, I'll see you next week for next week's Wednesday Wisdom. Bye for now.